Welcome to this Java tutorial by Johnson Mercy. I hope you enjoy it. What's going on, friends? It's Johnson Mercy and welcome to my 5th Java tutorial in Java database connectivity. In the last tutorial, I successfully created a connection, established a connection in a way that whenever you need a connection, you can easily create a connection object, then accept the connection object that the get connection is returning. Okay, quickly let's go into creating the method that should help us insert data into our database. Okay, now before I go on, I would need a connection object to work with in this utility class. Okay, the next is the method public static int insert into db. Okay, you might be wondering why I used int. Each time you insert something into your database, it returns 1 or 0. Now 1 or anything greater than 1 simply means that it is successful. Then 0 means it is not successful. Okay, but basically it's either 1 or 0. Now, first of all, what we need to do here now is to get the things we need to insert into our database. Though we don't have them now, but we should kind of simulate things, kind of get some things handy to make them ready. Something like creating some parameters inside of the parentheses of this method here, so that when we would want to use it inside of this class, we'll simply get whatever we need to get from the first name, other name, date of birth, passport, and pass it as an argument into the parentheses, into this the parentheses of this method whenever it is being called in the main class, so that it will be successfully inserted. So how we do that is just passing parameter. First stands for the first name, then string order stands for the other name, then string DOB for the date of birth, and string pin is for the pin, then the byte array for the image to be returned. So remember, this wavy red line is as a result of the missing return statement, which I'll take care of very soon. Okay, so I should have here my try and catch. Okay, now should have here int inserted. For now I'll leave this, but I'll tell you soon the reason why I did this. Okay, so I will get my things ready here to insert by saying con, that is the global con here. I think I should make it static because it's really coming into a static context. So say con equal to get connection. Okay, remember this method returns a connection object, so I'm accepting the connection object as well. So say here prepared statement p start is equal to con dot prepare statement. Prepare statement. So here what I'm going to have inside of here is the SQL statement for inserting data into inserting records into my database. Okay, so I'll say here insert into employees. Remember the name of our method, table in the database. this is the value you should insert. I think I'm done there. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now each question mark here stands for each data to be inserted into my database. Here it is 1 2 3 4 5 data, and here it's 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so let's prepare them the way they're supposed to be in a database. So say pstart.set string 1 first. So this simply means please prepared statement object set, while inserting, set this string, because this first is string. This first here is a string data, is a string, has a reference to a string class. Okay, so set this in the first column. That's what it simply means. Okay, now I'll duplicate this into 5, then edit 3 4 and 5. The second one is the others for the other names, then this stands for date of birth. This is the pin, and here is going to be our row. But here is a wavy red line because it's expecting to see bytes, set bytes, but now it's seeing set string. So let me give it what it needs. So what it needs here is set byte, to set this byte here that will take our images or our passport into our database. Okay, now I've said that. The next thing I need to do now is to now call this inserted here, because remember I said that whenever you insert into your database, it returns 1 or 0. Okay, so I'm going to text for that, but not now. Let me just finish. So I'll say p start here dot execute update. That's all. So lastly, I'll say return inserted, and that's all. Okay, so I'll test for this whenever I want to use it inside of my main class. Okay, now quickly we have done the method to help us insert our record into the database. Now what about the one to help us to get result set? All right, like when we query our database, we need results. So how do we get that? So let's go straight into that. So say public static result set get result Okay, quickly I'll do that. Catch here. Okay, now I would have to say results set, that is the one to be returned, equals to 0. I'm doing it outside the try and catch, because if I create this variable inside of the try, I can't return it because it cannot be seen at the body of this method here. So we better do it here, do the logical something here, then return finally, that is create, declare the variable here, create or instantiate it here, then return it on the same body of the method. Okay, now what we need to do here is to now say con equal to get connection. Okay, now say statement start is equal to con dot create statement. Okay, there is something I want to hint out here. Remember, I used prepared statement here. Prepared statement is used whenever you want to insert something into your database. That is when you use prepared statement, or whenever you want to update your database here. Okay, now, but the statement is used whenever you are expecting a result from your database. That is, when you query your database and you're expecting a result, you use statement. So here I'll say result set. Oh no, I've already declared that somewhere there. So I'll say set is equal to start dot execute query. Then here I would have to pass my SQL statement, and I will say select all from employees. Okay, that's all. Then lastly, I would say return set. Okay, I'm good to go. So at this level, I have created two simple methods. These to help me insert my data into my database, and here to get results in case I need any kind of result from my database. I can simply use this get result method here to do whatever I want to do about getting result. So this is the end of this tutorial. I thank you very much for watching. See you in my next tutorial, and in my next tutorial, that is when we'll get into the main class to start now connecting our Java GUI to our database. So thank you very much, and see you